Welcome back to Vintage Solitude, my friends. We are doing something completely different today. This will be my first ever gaming commentary video on this very channel. If you want more like it, consider subscribing. Trust me, it only takes 5 seconds. Definitely helps me out and provides you with some excellent quality content. Now, to the topic at hand, LEGO Star Wars. As of today, it is Star Wars Day, May 4th, 2022, and to me, Star Wars is the definition of childhood in so many different ways for so many different people. But take it this way, where we are going today on Vintage Solitude is not the 80s. It is not too far back to be frank. It is 2005, 2006, and 2007 with the whole trilogy of the original LEGO games. Yes, I know LEGO Island existed in the 90s. You don't have to tell me twice. But we know them as LEGO Star Wars. And of course, I will talk about the remaster and reimagining of those games in this video, with it being the release of the Skywalker Saga and all that last month. For all my life, ever since I touched a LEGO Star Wars game, particularly the DS version of LEGO Star Wars 2, even before I watched the original 6 movies, I started with Star Wars The Clone Wars, which is an amazing show, by the way. Totally recommend it. It's something I always click to. It was space, science fiction, all sorts of stuff that floats into that category. It's the cream of the crop for me in storytelling and just overall in general making a good movie, book, and video game. This also goes with time travel too. I talked about that in the last video here on Vintage Solitude. You can click it in the cards when they pop up on the screen. But yeah, those two things have always clicked to me and I just love them to death. And now it's time to talk about my favorite things in my original LEGO Star Wars gaming experience that I had back in the day, before the dark times, before the Empire. Is that you can go to any level at your own pace. Say you wanted to play them in reverse order of the release date of the movies, you can start with Return of the Jedi. But in the case of the Skywalker Saga, you cannot do that. It's something that bugs me in the new version. Even though it is more of a reimagining than a remaster, like a greatest hits collection, it just leaves out the freedom of choice to you, the player. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those guys who says, don't play this new crap, play the classics instead. It's a LEGO game, dude. Everyone deserves to have fun, and even in the modern day of these games, but some older LEGO games, in my opinion, of course, even LEGO Star Wars 1 and 2 have issues that the Skywalker gets rid of and perfects, as it is a modern game with better mechanics, such as better camera angles and flying mechanics like in Battlefront 2, and stuff like that. And it definitely makes you feel like you're experiencing the early 2000s again, maybe even better as there is voice acting in this new game, and a lot of other LEGO games as well. All the old LEGO games had no voice acting, just little grunts and weird LEGO humor, which is still present in the new games today, at least I hope so. If I'm being honest, the last LEGO games I experienced were LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean and LEGO Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars. That was in 2011. It's 2022 now. Crazy how long it's been since the last LEGO Star Wars game that I played personally. I know the LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens existed, but there's no point of playing it now as this whole saga is out. Like all 9 movies is combined into one game. And things are really good in this new game. And to be clear, I only played the LEGO Star Wars games every now and then, and I really never 100% any of the games. It would take you hours upon hours to do that, especially in games like the Complete Saga and LEGO Star Wars 3. TT games really upped the quality of life and just overall the multiple things to do in this new game. The only thing people are really upset about is that there is no customizer and you can't customize your own LEGO Star Wars character anymore. I know for a fact that eventually, say months down the road, there will be mods out there for it, and for one, if there is a possibility for a first-person mod in this game, I'm stoked, man. Like seriously, that would be insane. Making LEGO Star Wars a third-person shooter open-world game needed to happen years ago. Like, I knew that this game was going to be a huge hit, as LEGO Star Wars is a cult classic. Everybody's going to buy into it. And this game exceeded expectations, even 150% for me. It is the best game, by far, of modern day. In the 2020s, at least. LEGO Star Wars 2 was the best game of the early 2000s for me, and now it is the Red Dead Redemption 2 of LEGO games. You just have to throw that fact out there. There is so much to explore, so many side quests, little details, little things to collect, and you can even own the Death Star. What's more to love about that? And to end off this video on a clear note, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga and the complete saga are the most iconic gaming experiences you will ever have. And this goes for both adults and children alike, as I played these games when I was 6 or 7, and now I'm 22. But thank you again for watching Vintage Solitude. I'm Orion. Check out Super Chill Orion right here, and the last video to the side. I'll see you next time here at Vintage Solitude.